It was class 106. It was the summer of 2001. It was really hot summer. We had just started about 6 weeks prior, and then 9/11 hit. We were doing physical training in the morning, and then the news came out pretty early, what was going on, and throughout the day, just like everybody else, we were getting the information. So that very next morning, which is September 12th of 2001, Lieutenant Marcus Foskey, who was our training instructor, he just spontaneously said, "Hey, how many flights were those towers?" And we said, 110, sir. And okay, well, we're going to do our physical training today, and we're going to finish the climb. He told us to get all of our gear on, get our air pack, and get our hose bundle, which is a pack of hose that we would carry up to the top of the tower. He said, we're going to finish the climb. He told us we're going to do it silently, and we want to think about the day's events just that were still really fresh in everyone's mind. And we're going to keep quiet. We're all going to finish together and finish the climb that they couldn't do the day prior. Pretty quickly we determined that, hey, let's do it next year, and now we're 20 years later. And around this third or fourth year, Chad Messersmith, Lieutenant Messersmith, he had the idea to print up the dog tags. Each person grabs a group of 5 to 10 dog tags, and each one of those has the name of the firefighter that was killed, their rank, their unit assignment. And it just makes a little connection there because you put a face to a name, and it allows you to help finish their climb that they never ever got a chance to do. It is our job as the more senior people, whether it be in the firefighting profession, the teaching world, to pass on the information of previous generations. And I think that this memorial climb is a way for our new firefighters to be able to experience that, even though they may not have been born when 9/11 occurred. We are doing our small part to never forget.
I'm firefighter Ryan Sartain.
My name is Sean Coggin. I work here at Station 3 on the C shift. I'm the lieutenant on the engine.
On 9/11, 2001, I was 5 years old. I was in kindergarten, so I don't remember much about the day. I just know, while I was in class that day, that I knew something terrible had happened.
I was a senior in high school, born and raised here in Austin, grew up northeast side of Austin, and was, got up for school, drove to school, and didn't have like a cell phone, where now if anything has happened throughout the night or the morning, I see it immediately. But back then, we didn't have that sort of thing. So I was clueless until I got to school. So I just remember the rest of the day, at least that morning, being very surreal, kind of didn't believe it. Everybody just kind of sat in their classroom and watched TV.
Oh my God, there it goes!
Lots of different emotions and thoughts, especially like wanting to fight and get back and have, felt revenge, really.
Through the years, every year I'd watch the documentaries, and I learned about it in school, learned about the significance of 343, how many firefighters had died that day. And I knew, just without a doubt, as I got older, that this is something that I'd want to do. I wanted to be a part of something bigger than myself. So just as I got older and went through high school, just tried to figure out what it is I could do to get into the fire service and do this amazing job.
Well, when I started to hear all the stories of the firefighters that were going up the stairs, knowing what was probably at the top, and while everybody else was running out, I kind of latched onto that, and it became my goal, a way to kind of fight back without possibly harming people that are innocent, which is what I was mad about. So, you know, finished out senior year of high school, turned 18, graduated, and then applied to the nearest fire department, which just so happened to be Austin.
I wanted to be a firefighter no matter where I was. I knew I just wanted to serve the community in any way I could, but ultimately I knew this is where I wanted to be.
You know, that's what moved me, the 343 firefighters that died on September 11th. If we can do our own little things to make the world better, one small step at a time, and I felt like being a firefighter, you get those opportunities probably more often than most people.
So I was at Station 17, which was the station that I came out of the academy at. Early that morning we started watching TV footage of the first tower had already been struck.
I'm a firefighter, so it was my off day, and my wife was getting ready for work. And I had the TV on, I was watching TV, she was in the other room getting ready, and when I turned the TV on, the one tower was already on fire. I saw the other plane hit the tower just like a lot of other people did live on TV. I got a text saying that we're on alert for being deployed.
And by then it was, although there was some hope that there was going to be some void spaces or maybe some people found, by then it was rapidly becoming apparent that it was going to be a recovery operation. So for a young firefighter to take all that in, the size of the scene, the enormity, the amount of people involved, being so young and inexperienced, it was a lot. Eyes wide open and trying to keep my mouth shut and just do what I was told and not fall into anything that was going to hurt me or not walk underneath anything that was going to fall on me, and try to listen and follow direction as it was given.
When I was there at 9/11 on the team at that time, I was a hazmat specialist, so it was a whole wave of emotions, you know, from, you know, holy cow, I'm actually going to do this, to pride, absolutely being scared. It was, I remember easily, it seemed like every minute of that day.
I think I was just trying to wrap my head around the enormity of the event, both from a standpoint of the size and then from the standpoint of somebody attacking our country on our soil. Pretty overwhelming on both like a tactical level and a strategic level. There
was a hole that had got uncovered, and they told us, you know, we're going to send you guys in. We went into the hole, and I could see it was literally a room and a hallway and a closet. And it was, in my mind, a huge space. And we literally walked around it and searched the area, and then the pile shifted because it was still burning underneath. We actually had air packs on because hot air and smoke was still coming out of the hole. It shifted. We ran towards the hole and basically jumped out just to not be inside the void anymore. But that was my first experience.
Instantly taught us all what a bad day looked like and how to overcome that. Yeah, it's another year. I mean, 20 years, it's gone by fast. It is a big, it's a big mark, but I don't know that's any more important than any other year that we've moved past that anniversary.
And I took tons and tons and tons of pictures, and none of them reflect anything I saw because you can't see it. It's one little box and something that should have been this big. We talk about 9/11 obviously in my house, and my children know about 9/11, but they go to school, especially around this time of year, and especially on 9/11, and somebody will mention it, somebody will talk about it. They know exactly what everybody's talking about when the teachers talk about it, but their friends, their classmates, and even some of the teachers have no idea You know, it's something that happened not in their lifetime. It's important to a lot of people, especially a lot of people in the Austin Fire Department or fire departments all over the world.
When I hear references to 9/11, like in an instant, I see pictures in my mind, smells in my nose, feelings of being scared, being sad, the unknown, being ill-experienced. All that goes through like a flash. Yeah, so if you don't remember the past, if you don't learn from the past, then you're doomed to relive it or go through it again. And I think those small touches are important. Those young firefighters that are training on those towers, that they're coming in, they need to be brought into that culture that you could lose your life doing this job. It could be something as big as an incident at 9/11, or it could be something as small as a house fire.